Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Trivia Clubhouse. Yes, hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining in those few minutes early. Waiting for me to jump in myself, start things up. We'll be getting started at around 7:05. Give everyone else a couple of minutes as well to jump in. And then on with the trivia night, on with the game show games. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you got what you wanted for Christmas. Or whatever your holiday might be. I know I got what I wanted for Christmas. I love you.
Which cat?
Well, I got the love of my partner, my producer, the love of my life. Thank you. Hello to our teams already saying hello in the live chat. Hello to Reens Priebus's Rancid Pubis. Thanks for checking in. Hello to Regular Old, Too Fast, Too Curious. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yes, if you have not already, or if you're playing for the first time, say hello in the live chat. Let us know your team name. Say hello to not only your competition, but the community of Trivia Club. Always a pleasure to see everyone. Don't forget to, like and subscribe and all that fun stuff as well for this video. It'll help people find the Trivia Club live from the Trivia Clubhouse in the algorithm, wherever that may be. Let's see here. Everything's set up for tonight. Hello to Down by the Bay. Good to see you. Again for the fourth time this week. Yeah. Holiday weeks. Nice. Hello to Rhonda. I'm also ready for a fun evening. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello to we who are in the house. Yes, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone. A Happy New Year coming up. This is the New Year edition of Trivia Club. Should be a fun one. We'll be getting started in another minute's time. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Chelsea. Excellent. Yes. Say hello in the live chat. Let us know your team name as you're joining in. If you're joining in afterwards, don't forget to say hello in the comments as well. I really appreciate everyone joining in so far this year, in this first year of Operation Live from the Trivia Clubhouse. Hello, Jan. Good to see you. Hello to Michelle as well. All right, without much further ado, let's jump into it, shall we? In 5, 4.
Welcome to Trivia Club.
Hello, one and all. Welcome to Trivia Club, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. I am your host, Russel Harder, the man with the bow tie, the man with that trivia plan. This is a black tie event. Yes, indeed. This last trivia night of the year 2020, a year that could not get over fast enough. This is the 38th edition of Trivia Club, live from this Trivia Club house. Yes, indeed, live streamed from the comfort of my own home to your own home. Thank you for joining in on this journey. Thank you for spending your time with Trivia Club. Really, that's all you need to do. That's all you have to do. And I mean, play along the way. That's what the game is for. Yes, but if you would also like to support Trivia Club in other ways, I do have a few options for you. Remember, if you want to give Trivia Club a one-time payment, you can do so through paypal.me/Russel Harder. Thank you to everyone who has done that so far, supported Trivia Club in that way, and for continued support of Trivia Club and the perks that will come along with it. I've also set up a Patreon at patreon.com/Trivia Club. Thank you to everyone who is continuing to do that and for their continued support through Patreon, including Jacob Ginsberg and Alexandra Egley as well. Thank you all for helping Trivia Club through such a strange year. Thank you for doing your part to really keep others safe as well. Wear a mask if you're going outside. As always, even as these vaccines roll out, that social distancing, the mask wearing is just as important. It keeps you safe. It's that kindness that is easy for you to give to others. Keeps others safe as well. It also just normalizes the practice of wearing a mask, which is really all we need to be doing. That and staying home when we don't need to go out. Yes, we want to keep those that are at risk safe. Those highest at risk include the cystic fibrosis community, something near and dear to my heart, CF. And if you'd like to find out more about cystic fibrosis and donate to Cystic Fibrosis Canada, you can do that at cysticfibrosis.ca. Thank you so much. All right, tonight is 20 questions of trivia goodness. It is indeed. And I guess I can even do like a countdown if you want to use that as your ball drop countdown during the Trivia Royale. But Trivia Royale is that 20th question to end tonight. There's also some game show games, some classic pub style trivia mixed in those first 19 questions as well. All you need is a pen and a piece of paper at home to play Trivia Club. I won't be able to interact with the participants as I have always liked to do, but I can do something like that, at least through the live chat. So let us know your team name if you have not already in the live chat. I'll make sure to give you a shout out. Say hello. Yeah. And let us know what points you get at the end of the night as well. And I'll make sure to give a running tally as I go. Hello to Cheryl as well. Good to see you. All right. Every night, every week, we end the night with a bonus bit of trivia called I Built a VCR. I Built a VCR is an anagram for Trivia Club. Today's anagram is, or last week's anagram was Alchemist's Corn Hitcher. I was looking for a new holiday special, a new holiday movie, a streaming one, in fact. Alchemist's Corn Hitcher is an anagram for the Christmas Chronicles, the Kurt Russell one. Yeah, I've heard it's not so good, but it was filmed in Toronto, so there you go. What can we win tonight? Well, you can win that golden VHS, technically, but not really. You can imagine that you could win that golden VHS. You can imagine it on your mantle place or windowsill, wherever you want to put that golden VHS. It could be yours. It could be any movie you want too. So enjoy your imagination. All right. Follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Well, you know how to do it on YouTube. On Instagram, we're at Trivia Club CA. We're also at triviaclub.ca. All that information really is easy to find on triviaclub.ca. Like and subscribe on this video if you have not already. Give that thumbs up to help people find Trivia Club on this platform. And if you're in need of entertainment additionally from this trivia, there's also private events that I can do throughout the end of this holiday season and into the new year for your staff parties online, over Zoom, over Google Meet, however it works, literally technically for you. I can do Trivia Club through live events or Zoom events, online events. You know what I mean. Contact Trivia Club for more information. Alrighty, there are only 3 rules when it comes to Trivia Club. Those cardinal rules are: be smarter than that internet connection. If you're cheating to find answers for Trivia Club, you're only cheating yourself. Don't post answers in the comment section either. Please and thank you. Keep that live chat free of any answers, just, comments or questions. And the only other rule of Trivia Club is tell everybody about Trivia Club. Thanks. All right. Now that I am fully, what's the word?
Hydrated?
Yes, hydrated. Thank you. Producer at work. Thank you. My partner, my producer, the love of my life. Thank you. All right. Let's get on with the show, shall we? This is Trivia Club at home. Put those questions on your answer sheet. Question number 1 is looking back for a little bit, just a little bit, or a quick bite, if you will. So, 2020 was known for a lot of things. One of the things that will be least remembered for is Quibi. Quibi shut down after 6 months and $1.75 billion in investments. Viewers complained its 15-minute long offerings were unwatchable. So, with that in mind, which of the following is not a real Quibi show? Is it A, Dismantled, a cooking show hosted by Titus Burgess of Kimmy Schmidt fame, and featuring guest judges such as Dan Levy and Queer Eye's Anthony, where chefs are shot in the face with food cannons and then must create said food? Is it B, Golden Arm, a thriller directed by Sam Raimi, in which marvelous Mrs. Maisel's Rachel Brosnahan falls in love with her golden prosthetic? Is it C, Dustin for Prince, a music documentary in which Schitt's Creek's Dustin Milligan shares highlights from the life and times of the artist formerly known as Prince, or once formerly known as Prince? Or is it D, Barkitecture, a home renovation show, but for dogs, in which interior designer Delilah Kenza and the Bachelorette runner-up Tyler Cameron build ridiculously extravagant doghouses for the likes of Joel McHale, Lisa Vanderpump, and Rumor Willis, among others? So once again, your question number 1, which of the following is not a real Quibi show? Is it A, Dismantled, B, Golden Arm, C, Dustin for Prince, or D, Barkitecture? They all sound wonderful? Yeah, they sound like something. Alrighty, question number 2, after that multiple choice to start things off for the end of the year. Orange you glad, ... So, question number 2, the custom of this variety of orange being given as a stocking stuffer during Christmas goes back to the 1880s, when Japanese immigrants to the United States began receiving oranges from their families back home as gifts for the new year. Hello, Auntie Brenda. Good to have you. Welcome, welcome. So once again, for question number 2, write down those answers on your sheets. Do not say it in the live chat. No, write down your answers. The custom of this variety of orange being given as a stocking stuffer during Christmas goes back to the 1880s, when Japanese immigrants in the United States began receiving oranges from their families back home as gifts for the new year. Question number 3, we're having a ball. So, your question number 3. This football club, based in Fulham, are among England's most successful clubs, having won over 30 competitive honors, including 6 league titles and 6 European trophies. Once again, name that football club, based in Fulham, that are among England's most successful clubs, having won over 30 competitive honors, including 6 league titles and 6 European trophies. And question number 4 now, we're going to ask you to connect for the point here. So what's the connection between the answers of questions 2 and 3 for that point on question number 4? Once again, it's the connection between the answers of 2 and 3. Nothing in the questions, just those answers. So once again, your question number 2. The custom of this variety of orange being given as a stocking stuffer during Christmas goes back to the 1880s, when Japanese immigrants in the United States began receiving oranges from their families back home as gifts for the new year. And question number 3, name the football club based in Fulham that are among England's most successful clubs, having won over 30 competitive honors, including 6 league titles and 6 European trophies. And then yes, 4, what is the connection between the answers of 2 and 3? Question number 5 now. Question number 5. It is called Best Known For. 4 possible points to be won here. For Best Known For, you name the 4 projects that, according to IMDb.com and its algorithm, the following actor is quote-unquote known for. So, name the 4 projects, in this case, 1 TV show and 3 movies that, according to that internetmoviedatabase.com, that Tina Fey is known for. So this is in the known for section of her page. So it's according to the algorithm of imdb.com. These could be box office or ratings hits. These could be awards winners. Could just be notable in one way or another. Enough that the internetmoviedatabase.com chose these as the 1 TV show and 3 movies that Tina Fey is known for. That is your question number 5. Yes, 4 possible points to be won. Name that 1 TV show and 3 movies that Tina Fey is known for. I would say in this case, it's both as an actor, but also a writer. Question number 6. We're singing in the new year. So your question number 6. The evil presence menacing New York City in this less than successful 80s movie sequel is defeated by normally cranky people coming together to sing Auld Lang Syne. Once again, name that 80s movie sequel that, I mean, in my opinion, is less than successful. That features the evil presence menacing New York City being defeated by, well, normally cranky people coming together to sing Auld Lang Syne. Question number 7. We are waking up the brow. So, for question number 7, this Sandra Bullock movie about love at second sight reaches its peak on New Year's Eve when she has to choose between Bill Pullman and a suddenly conscious Peter Gallagher. The brow in question. Once again, name that Sandra Bullock movie about love at second sight, which reaches its peak at New Year's Eve when she has to choose between Bill Pullman and a suddenly conscious Peter Gallagher. Certainly a tough choice. Question number 8 now. It is our audio clue of the night. Yes, it is that. Bit by bit, I'm going to play a 8-bit version of a popular song, and you name that popular song for a point. Name the musical act responsible for that song. Well, the non-8-bit version. What you'll hear, though, is a chiptune version, an 8-bit version of this popular song. Think of it as a old Nintendo song or a ringtone for a flip phone. Here we go. At question number 8, bit by bit, name this song, name the musical act responsible for that song. For 2 possible points. Boop. Bleep, bloop, bloop. That is your question number 8, that bit by bit. Alrighty. Question number 9, we're going to tag the line. We're going to tag it a little differently, though. So, at question number 9, tag the line. Name the 1998 film that includes the line, "This is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules." Once again, name that 1998 film that includes the line, "This is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules." That's your question number 9. That take that line. Name that film from the line. This is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules. Question number 10. It is Survey Says. It is our first game show game of the night. With Survey Says, we're going to ask you an actual Family Feud survey question, and you give us what you think is not only your best guess, but what you think is the number one answer as per the 100 Americans surveyed by a feuding a family of shows, I'm sure. So, your question number 10, that survey says, name a TV show or name a TV host that you would see on New Year's Eve. Once again, name that New Year's or New Year's Eve TV host. I will say this is a wider, it's a wide selection. So it isn't for one single time period. It reaches really through the last 40 years. But yes, name a TV host that you would see on New Year's Eve. And as I noted, this is not one of those Family Feud or Survey Says questions with a recency bias necessarily. That's your question number 10. Survey says question number 11, we're telling you to watch your language. I know I must, because my grandmother's watching. Also my nephew. Really, I just have to be a good influence, and it's a family affair is what we're saying. But question number 11, watch your language. I wouldn't swear otherwise. It's a very clean show, unlike those bar shows I used to do. And might one day soon do again. Soon? Might one day do again. No other words. Question number 11. The word prego, possibly better known to those on this side of the Atlantic as a brand of pasta sauce, means what in Italian? Once again, the word prego, Prego, possibly better known as on this side of the Atlantic as a brand of pasta sauce, means what in Italian? That's that question number 11 for you. Watch your language. Question number 12. It does have a ring to it. So, your question number 12. You may have thought that when Harry Met Sally originated, the trope of New Year's Eve as a backdrop for a confession of love in a romantic comedy. But then you'd be forgetting about this 1960s Billy Wilder classic. Once again, you may have thought that when Harry Met Sally originated the trope of New Year's Eve as a backdrop for a confession of love in a romantic comedy. But then you'd be forgetting about this 1960s Billy Wilder classic. Mm-hmm. Question number 13. It's all about resolutions. Start thinking about them now. You'll really don't have to do any of them in the new year, but start thinking about them now. So, resolutions. Question number 13. This Renee Zellweger movie that begins and ends on New Year's even includes a list of resolutions on its poster. Once again, name that Renee Zellweger movie that begins and ends on New Year's. That even includes a list of resolutions on one of its movie posters. Question number 14. It's the New Year's dance. So, in the spirit of New Year's dances, this actor's famous comedy bit where he puts rolls on the ends of two forks and makes them do a little dance originated when his character got stood up on New Year's Eve in the movie The Gold Rush? Once again, name that actor whose famous comedy bit where he puts rolls at the ends of two forks and makes them do a little dance originated when his character got stood up on New Year's Eve in the movie The Gold Rush. Question number 15, it's our countdown takedown. With this countdown takedown, it's our game show game in which we ask you a question with a number attached to that answer. And with Price is Right rules, you want to get as close as you can to the actual number without going over. If you get that number right on, that is 5 points that can be won. If you're within 25% of the actual number without going over, you can win 2 points. If you're outside of that 25% range, though, that's also 0 points. So, I'm guessing that number as close as you can without going over. Your question number 15, your countdown takedown. Speaking of countdowns, actually, the Times Square Crystal New Year's Ball dropped almost every year since 1907 is currently on its 6th iteration, which weighs approximately 11,875 pounds and has a diameter of this number of feet wide. Once again, it's the diameter. How wide is the New York New Year's Times Square crystal ball that has dropped or has been dropped every year since 1907 and is currently on its 6th iteration? I think on the bigger side than it's usually been. But it weighs 11,875 pounds. How many feet wide is it in diameter? Admittedly, that is one of those things where it's like, I've never seen someone ride the ball, so there's not a lot of room for context, is it? But we have seen it. Question number 16, expanding our horizons. So, question number 16, back to sports. Besides the Toronto Blue Jays, name the other Major League Baseball expansion team created in 1977. Is it A, I'll give you a multiple choice even. A, is it A, Montreal Expos, B, the San Diego Padres, C, the Kansas City Royals, or D, the Seattle Mariners? Once again, who was the other expansion team alongside the Toronto Blue Jays in 1977? Is it A, the Montreal Expos, B, the San Diego Padres, C, the Kansas City Royals, or D, the Seattle Mariners? Question number 17. We return to the world of It Stinks. It Stinks. I'm going to give you a good review, as in an entertaining review this week. And you tell me the movie that is generally thought of as a bad movie. It's a spin on things. Yes, it's an entertaining, i.e. good review. You tell me the bad movie that it's talking about. So that question number 17. Rob Harvilla wrote for Deadspin. An even less charitable way to put it is that a clearly excited 7 or 8-year-old kid sitting in front of me burst out crying and had to be whisked out of the theater by his father within the first 5 minutes. Perhaps he was unnerved by the harsh operatic violence of Bruce Wayne's parents getting murdered, or maybe he was offended by the notion that a 2016 Batman movie felt it necessary to depict Bruce Wayne's parents getting murdered. Either way, this kid bounced. So once again, an even less charitable way to put it is that a clearly excited 7 or 8-year-old kid sitting in front of me busted out crying and had to be whisked out of the theater by his father within the first 5 minutes. Perhaps he was unnerved by the harsh operatic violence of Bruce Wayne's parents getting murdered, or maybe he was offended by the notion that a 2016 Batman movie felt it necessary to depict Bruce Wayne's parents getting murdered. Either way, this kid bounced. That's that question number 17. Name that movie from that good review. That's that question number 17. Question number 18. It's an 18-word hint for an 18-letter movie title. Once again, you name that movie with the added hint that that movie has 18 letters in its title. And here are more hints in the form of an 18-word synopsis. In the annals of unlikely romantic premises, man with shears for fingers has to be right up there. Once again, in the annals of unlikely romantic premises, man with shears for fingers has to be right up there. And question number 19, he had this covered. Question number 19. Who is the most recent person to be named Time Magazine's Person of the Year twice? Once again, who is the most recent person to be named Time Magazine's Person of the Year twice? And as you're thinking of that cover question on question number 19, are there any questions from 1 to 19 that I can repeat or clarify with the art of repetition? Before we jump into question number 20, our Trivia Royale. Yes, before that Royale is a rollin'. Can I repeat anything from 1 to 19? For clarification or ease of mind. I can do 3 and 12. Thank you for making it official. All right, question number 3, once again. Having a ball. So, at question number 13. Oh, number
3.
Number 3. Producer hard at work. I like it.
Producing my own question.
This football club, based in Fulham, are among England's most successful clubs, having won over 30 competitive honors, including 6 league titles and 6 European trophies. And then question number 12. You may have thought that when Harry Met Sally originated the trope of New Year's Eve as a backdrop for a confession of love in a romantic comedy, but then you'd be forgetting about this 1960s Billy Wilder classic. And question number 1, once again, looking back for that little bit, that quick bite. Which of the following is not a real or was not a real show on Quibi? Is it A, Dismantled, a cooking show hosted by Titus Burgess and featuring guest judges such as Dan Levy and Queer Eye's Anthony, where chefs are shot in the face with food cannons and then must recreate said food? Is it B, Golden Arm, a thriller directed by Sam Raimi in which Marvelous Mrs. Maisel's Rachel Brosnahan falls in love with her golden prosthetic? Is it C, Dustin for Prince, a music documentary hosted by Schitt's Creek's Dustin Milligan, sharing highlights from the life and times of the artist once formerly known as Prince? Or is it D, Barkitecture, a home renovation show, but for dogs, in which the interior designer Delia Kenza and the Bachelorette runner-up Tyler Cameron build ridiculously extravagant dog houses for the likes of Joel McHale, Lisa Vanderpump, Rumor Willis, and others? Which others? I mean, less famous others, I'm sure. Alrighty, question number 19. That was one. Question number 19. Once again. So once again, we've got this covered before jumping into question number 20. 19. Who is the most recent person to be named Time Magazine's Person of the Year twice? And if there's nothing more I can repeat or clarify, let me get that clock ready for question number 20 with Trivia Royale. You'll have 5 minutes to come up with as many answers as you can. And this lightning round, that takes a little while, so stretch. This is a marathon, not a sprint, but also kind of a marathon. Time creeps up on you. So 5 minutes on the clock. There you go, that clock. Your Trivia Royale. 10 possible points to be won. So Friday is January 1st. It is this week. 2021 is this week. And with Friday being January 1st, name any 10 of the 27 TV sitcoms that ran during ABC's TGIF slate of programming. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF, during its original block from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. between the years of 1990 and the year 2000. So between 1990 and the year 2000, ABC ran TGIF, a block of programming that went from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So name any 10 of the 27 sitcoms that ran during that 2-hour period between the year 1990 and the year 2000. It's TGIF, also known as 2021, this week. 4 minutes, counting down. That's like 4 minutes and 10 seconds still remaining. Still got a lot of time. Yes, 10 possible to be won. So give me your 10 best guesses. Name any 10 of the 27 sitcoms. Lock those 10 guesses in. Of those 27 sitcoms that ran during TGIF's original 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. block between the years 1990 and 2000. And this is on ABC. So these are ABC situation comedies. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining. These are, yes, any 10 of the 27 sitcoms that ran during TGIF's original block of programming. During its original run, yes, between 1990 and 2000. On ABC. Past the halfway mark now. Past the halfway mark, we are just over 2 minutes remaining. 2:12 remaining. Don't forget to fill in any other blank questions that you might have to get as many possible points that you can get. Give me your best guesses before we mark our papers. One minute and 30 seconds remaining. Yes, 1:30 remaining. Straighten the bow tie. One minute remaining now. Yes, 1 minute. This upcoming countdown at the 40-second mark is just in case you want to do a countdown within this countdown for your New Year's countdown. I'm just going to use this for reference, but remember, this is still time on the clock, but this is a 10-second countdown for New Year's. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Oh, wait, there's still 15 seconds remaining on the actual countdown. And actually, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Didn't realize it would come so quick on the tail on the chase the second countdown. Just to make things interesting on your ends. Finalize those answers. Replay that if you have any interest. You got 2 countdowns. And a Happy New Year. Alrighty. With your answers locked in, best of luck on this last Trivia Club of 2020. Here we go. Question number 1. We'll be marking our own papers. It'll be a point per answer unless otherwise noted. And your question number 1 was looking back for a little bit, a quick bite. So which of those shows were not a real Quibi show? Remembering then that the other ones were. It was C, Dustin for Prince. Yes, Schitt's Creek's Dustin Milligan is not yet hosting a music documentary based on the works of Prince. He will be doing that, though. I believe in Ted. Yeah. Yes, it is C, Dustin for Prince. Question 2. The custom of this variety of orange being given out as a stocking stuffer during Christmas goes back to the 1880s, when Japanese immigrants in the United States began receiving oranges from their families back home as gifts for the new year. That'd be mandarin oranges. Yes, mandarin was that answer. Specifically, it was the Japanese Mandarin variety. We were just looking for Mandarin. Question number 3 now. So, which football club based in Fulham are among England's most successful clubs, having won over 30 competitive honors, including 6 league titles and 6 European trophies? That would be Chelsea. Chelsea. So, what's the connection for question number 4 between Mandarin and Chelsea? They are both types of shirt collars. Yes. Caller number 4, you're on the air. Yeah, collars. Did you guess that?
I did.
Nice. That's thinking outside the box. Thinking within the collar. Question number 5. Best known for. So what is the one TV show and 3 movies that Tina Fey is known for, according to IMDb.com? So according to that IMDb.com, the one TV show is 30 Rock. Yes, now would have been a good guess, but it's not the answer. 30 Rock is that answer for a point. And the 3 movies are Mean Girls, Date Night, and Sisters. Surprised that they went with Sisters over Baby Mama if they were going to go with the Polar Fey joint, but yes, for a point each. It is 30 Rock, Mean Girls, Date Night, and Sisters. See the connection question, Mandarin Hotel. I guess that is a hotel chain. Chelsea Hotel. Yeah. All right. Yes, indeed. Hotels also works. Callers and hotels. Indeed. If you want to say restaurants, you'd have to say specifically Mississauga restaurants. I looked into that, at least in this area. There's only a Chelsea restaurant in Mississauga, along with Mandarin, a restaurant. But we could cross that bridge when we get there. But hotels also works for your question number 4, that connection. And the best known for Tina Fey is 30 Rock, Mean Girls, Date Night, and Sisters. Question number 6, Singing in the New Year. The evil presence menacing New York City in this less than successful 80s movie sequel is defeated by the singing of Auld Lang Syne. That'd be Ghostbusters 2. Yes, Auld Lang Syne is important in that climax of Ghostbusters 2. Some parts are funny, still less than success. Less than the first. Question number 7, pulling that brow. So, this Sandra Bullock movie about love at second sight reaches its peak at New Year's Eve when she has to choose between Bill Pullman and a suddenly conscious Peter Gallagher. That's While You Were Sleeping. While You Were Sleeping. Question number 8 now, bit by bit, 2 possible points to be won. That 8-bit song, still very catchy, is by Prince for a point, and it is 1999. 1999 for a point, Prince for a second point. Question number 9, tagging the line. So that 1998 film that features the line, "This is not Nam, this is bowling, there are rules." It is The Big Lebowski. Mark it an 8. In this case, I guess it's mark it at question number 9. The Big Lebowski. Question number 10. Survey says, so that TV host known for hosting during New Year's Eve. I'll start with, there's 5 possible answers that will get you points. So I'll start by giving you that 1 point answer and go up to that potential 5 point answer. So 1 point on the board here for that New Year's Eve host on television. You're going to get 1 point by the hair of your chinny chin chin. That would be Jay Leno. Jay Leno, known for hosting West Coast New Year's events for NBC for a while there. Jay Leno, 1 point. 2 points if this was totally by request. Hey, it's live. That would be Carson Daly. Yes. 2 points for Daly. Carson variety. 3 points if you were thinking, hey, this is a rockin' New Year's Eve, but like 2017 and beyond, that'd be Ryan Seacrest. Yes, you're sailing the 7 Seacrests. 6 Seacrests? 3. You get the 3 points for Ryan Seacrest. 4 points. 4 points for, I mean, it's live. That we know for sure. Also, I mean, so you want to be a millionaire? I don't know.
I don't know who the answer is.
Regis Philbin. Yes, who wants to be a Regis Philbin, a millionaire? That is Regis Philbin for 4 points and 5 possible points for, I guess, the New Year's Eve host, the rockin' New Year's Eve host. That would be Dick Clark, still with his name on the show because it's his New Year's Rockin' Eve. So 5 points for Dick Clark, 4 points for Regis Philbin, 3 points for Ryan Seacrest, 2 points for Carson Daly, and 1 point for Jay Leno. An eclectic mix. Question number 11, watch your language. So the word prego, possibly better known to those on this side of the Atlantic as a brand of pasta sauce, means what in Italian? It means you're welcome. Prego, you're welcome. Question number 12, talking about them New Year's tropes, those rom-com bon mots. You may have found that when Harry Met Sally originated, the trope of New Year's Eve as a backdrop for a confession of love in a romantic comedy. And to Harry's question, Auld Lang Syne means like thinking about people after, everything's past. It's been a while, but here's a toast to our friends. All right. More fitting than ever, Auld Lang Syne. Anyway, the romantic comedy that originated the trope of New Year's Eve as a backdrop for a confession of love is 1960s Billy Wilder classic, The Apartment. The Apartment. With Jack Lemmon, Shirley MacLaine. Great movie. Question number 13. Those resolutions are in mind. So this Renee Zellweger movie that begins and ends on New Year's Eve, or New Year's, even includes a list of resolutions on its poster, with like 3 of them being about her thighs. Oh, Bridget Jones and your diary. Bridget Jones' diary. I believe the thigh ones are work on your thighs, stop thinking about your thighs, learn to love your thighs. Just good advice. Love yourself. Question number 14, New Year's Dancing. So this actor's famous comedy bit where he puts rolls at the ends of 2 forks and makes them do a little dance. Originated when his character got stood up on New Year's Eve in the movie The Gold Rush. That'd be Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin. Should I have the props ready of rolls on forks? So our countdown takedown now, the Times Square Crystal New Year's Ball, dropped almost every year since 1907, is currently at its 6th iteration, which weighs 11,875 pounds of LED and crystals. and has a diameter of this number of feet wide. Can I get a drum roll for that diameter? It is 12 feet wide. 12 feet wide. Yes, it is difficult to figure out the proportional context when no one's riding that ball, and no one will be certainly this year. So 12 feet will get you 5 points. 11 to 9, anyway, 11, 10, 9 will get you 2 points. If you're 8 and below or 13 and above, that is 0 points, unfortunately. Regardless, it's a big ball. Question number 16. We're expanding our horizons. So part of the expansion in 1977, along with the Toronto Blue Jays, were the Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners. One of the best bits of entertainment this year was from Secret Base on YouTube. And it was I want to say like 2.5 hour long documentary. So get ready if you want to check it out about the Seattle Mariners. It might not sound interesting to you yet, but it is good. So give it a try and see if you want to stick with it. Yeah, Secret Base on YouTube. Highly recommended. Question number 17. It stinks. In this case, it is actually generally thought of as a bad movie, but this is a good review from Rob Harvilla of Deadspin, or at that time, Deadspin. An even less charitable way to put it is that a clearly excited 7 or 8 year old kid sitting in front of me busted out crying and had to be whisked out of the theater by his father within the first 5 minutes. Perhaps he was unnerved by the harsh operatic violence of Bruce Wayne's parents being murdered, or maybe he was offended by the notion that a 2016 Batman movie felt it necessary to depict Bruce Wayne's parents getting murdered. Either way, this kid bounced. And that is Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Dawn of Martha. If you know the joke. But Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. For the point on question number 17. Oh, yes. Glad Matt, our Seattle Mariners super fan, hometown fan in the audience, enjoys that possibility. Do check it out. I think you'd enjoy it, especially knowing the city itself, too, or the team itself, better than I did. Question number 18. 18-word hints for 18-letter movie titles. In the annals of unlikely romantic premises, Man with Shears for Fingers has to be up there, right up there. That would be Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands. And question number 19, he's got this covered. So who is the most recent person to be named Time Magazine's Person of the Year twice? That would be Barack Obama. Barack Obama. Alrighty. Now, question number 20, our Trivia Royale. With Friday being January 1st, what better way to kick in the new year by remembering TGIF. All right, so here are those 27 sitcoms, those 20 plus sitcoms. Name any of these 10 for a point, 10 possible points to be won. From your list of 10, and hopefully these shows are on that list. Here they are. They aired on ABC from 1990 to the year 2000 in that TGIF block between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. In order of appearance, Full House, Family Matters, Perfect Strangers, Dinosaurs. Man, what a trippy show. Dinosaurs. Just the 10 of Us. Seems a bit crowded. Going Places. Baby Talk. Step by Step. Billy. Getting By. Camp Wilder, Where I Live, Boy Meets World, Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, Sister Sister, On Our Own, Muppets Tonight, Aliens in the Family. We're getting high concept, watch out. I mean, Dinosaur was pretty high to start off, so can't really speak. Aliens in the Family, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Clueless, You Wish, Teen Angel, Two of a Kind. Speaking of Two of a Kind, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, Brother's Keeper, The Hughleys, and Odd Man Out. Some memorable TV shows there, some immediately forgotten ones, a good mix. Let me know if anything needs to be double checked. Otherwise, add up all those correct answers for a point each. Unless otherwise noted, yes, for a point each. Let us know your final point tally of 2020 in the live chat or in the comment section if you're watching afterwards. And let us know your team name as well so I can give you a shout out as we go. Thank you once again for joining in. Here is another bit of bonus trivia, your tiebreaker if needed. Otherwise, a nice anagram to end off 2020. This anagram, as always, is called I Built a VCR, because I Built a VCR is an anagram for Trivia Club. And for today's anagram, find the animated movie in the following anagram. That anagram is a literal out. Literal out. Alrighty, I'm going to start reading off those point totals. Thank you all once again for joining in. Well done to your producer and mine, 18 points. Excellent stuff. 29 points for Team Reinst Priebus's Rancid Pubis. 29. The score to beat. 14 points from Brenda. Well done, Brenda. 24 points for Sherlou. Well done, Sherlou. 26 points for Cookie Faced. Excellent stuff. 22 points for the Travel Buddies. It says Q20 was a tough one. Needed to have that mindset for those original TGIF days. Specifically ABC sitcoms of the 90s. It was a niche. $37 points for Down by the Bay. Oh, with a boost from the game show games. Well done. 32 points for the Ginsbergs. Well done indeed. Looks like 37 points is now the score to beat. Excellent stuff. I'll let more team points come in. I believe there are still a few other teams that we're playing. And otherwise, if you're playing afterwards or we sign off before your points, you send your points in, do post them in the comments. I'll be glad to hear from you. before the end of the year and into the new year, as always. Yes, 41 potential points to be won tonight. Looks like the 37 will be the top score tonight from down by the bay. Well done indeed. Game show gaming it to that 37 points. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Thank you for joining in throughout 2020, through the 3 months at the start of the year that we were able to do in-person events, and then into the 9 months since then that I had to move things to the Trivia Clubhouse over the interwebs. Thank you so much for supporting Trivia. Thank you so much for joining in on Trivia Club, live from this Trivia Clubhouse. Look for some articles and some posts on triviaclub.ca on not only scores, but also stats and all that sort of stuff around our in-person events and also the online events. So look for triviaclub.ca, some posts in which I will look back at this year and then look forward. As I always do, the recap and the state of Trivia Club in 2021 in these coming weeks. We'll be back January 5th for our first Trivia Club of 2021. So I hope to see you January 5th, Tuesday, as always, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for supporting Trivia Club. Thank you for those supporters on Patreon. Everyone that does so, I highly appreciate it. Everyone that just plays, of course, I highly appreciate you too, of course. Your support helps Trivia Club continue into 2021 live from this Trivia Clubhouse. So thank you all so much. Yes, thank you, everyone. Great to see everyone playing tonight, and excellent stuff. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Yay. Tonight's champions are, of course, everyone who is enjoying themselves at home, staying safe when going out, wearing the masks, doing all that sort of stuff, social distancing as necessary. And of course, just being happy and healthy and safe. Thank you all so much. There's only one more thing to say before we make our way into 2021. So say it with me, won't you? Hello. Remember, it's not what you know. It's what you learn along the way. Yay!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody!
Stay safe.
Yes.
Wear those masks.
Wear those masks. Thank you, everybody.
See you next week.
See you next week. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.